Okay, so we're going to do some stretches today to help mobilise your back, your pelvis and your hips. Okay, these are going to be great for anyone who sits a lot. This could be whether you're sitting at a desk in the day or whether you're a cyclist. We get very tight and stiff to our lower back in that flexed posture. We can also get tight to the hip flexors, and we get weak to the glute muscles. But equally, if you do a lot of cycling, you can get very tight to these areas as well, and that can put a lot of pressure around the pelvis. Okay, so we're going to start off standing. So stand feet hip distance apart, and just shift your weight forwards and backwards a few times to centre yourself. So you're stacking your pelvis above your ankles and your rib cage above your pelvis, and lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale through the nose, expand into the rib cage, and exhale. And nod your chin to your chest. Imagine you're peeling your spine off a wall. Let your arms go heavy and lengthening as you roll down. At the base, inhale and exhale. Lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels, drawing your belly button in towards the spine. So you're engaging those deep abdominals to help release through the back, and re-stack to standing. Inhale and exhale. Nod the chin to your chest. Let the head and shoulders, upper, middle and lower back release. Standing so your legs are vertical, so your hips are not shifting backwards. So just make sure your legs are vertical. You might feel this more in your hamstrings, behind the knees. Inhale and exhale. Scoop the abdominals, lengthening the tailbone down and rounding the spine back to stacking to standing. We're going to do one more. Inhale and exhale. Nod the chin to your chest. Lead with your fingertips, reaching like you're being drawn like a magnet towards the floor. As you're drawing down, scoop the tummy, and that will help lengthen the back muscles. And you might notice you can go a bit further each time. Inhale and just float your toes. These should be light. And exhale. Round through your heels and release into standing. So that's a nice warm up for the spine and the legs. And come onto your mat. And let's start off with some stretching to your back. So hug your knee to your chest. So almost like you're pushing the knee towards you as your knee is pressing away. And hold it for 5 seconds and then release. Bring it closer. Your knee can come out to the side a little bit to get more of a stretch into the inner thigh. Inhale and exhale. Pull. So this is also stretching out the opposite leg. So this leg you want to really think of almost lengthening and almost gently pressing the heel into the ground. You'll feel that to the front of the hip. Swap legs and pull towards you as the knee just gently pushes into your hand and hold for 5 seconds, and then pull closer. So never pull beyond what is comfortable, just feeling any asymmetries and gently pressing that opposite leg, trying to keep that leg as flat to the floor as you can. And release. And bring your knees out to the side now, and just let your knees come wide. Okay, this is getting more of a stretch into the inner thighs. If you can reach to your ankles, then that's great. So you're gently pressing the knees out to the side. Your back is nice and flat. And you can hold this for as long as you feel comfortable. Okay. And release now the left leg. Put your right ankle on top of the left knee and reach through the loop and hug your left knee towards you. So this is stretching out your right piriformis muscle, so your buttock muscle. That can put a lot of tension to your back and also to the pelvic region. That's it. Just gently pull that knee closer towards you as you feel the muscle lengthen. And you can hold this again for as long as you can, minimum 30 seconds. Switch legs. And notice the difference. I know that I'm tighter on my left side because I'm slightly weaker on my left side. So your knee won't be able to push out as much to the side if it does feel tight. Again, just hold it for as long as you feel comfortable too. Okay, and release. Keep your knees in this position, so at 90 degrees. Have your arms out to the side. And try and keep your shoulders on the mat for this one. We're going to do some lumbar rotation mobilizations. So this is a nice way to stretch through your back. And inhale, bring your knees out to the side. And exhale, back to the center. Inhale. And exhale, back to the center. So really trying to keep your shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale, draw the belly back to bring the knees. So this is a mobilization. So this is more of a dynamic stretch. You can also have a more static stretch, so your feet on the floor, right leg long, and bring your left knee across the body to twist over to one side. So again, you're trying to keep your shoulder down. And then back to the center. And you can do this a few times each side. So bring your opposite leg across, and you can look to the other side for a nice counter stretch. We should all do this stretch to keep our spines healthy. And then back to the center. So like I said, you can do that several times each side. Roll over onto your front for some lumbar extension releases. Okay, so this is very good if you have been sitting and your back feels a bit stiff, hands underneath your shoulders, shoulders away from ears, and relax your buttock muscles. Just draw your belly button away from the mat, just to engage your deeper core muscles, and inhale to push up into extension. So just go as far as you feel you can, and then lowering down. So my eyes are looking forwards beyond your mat, so you're keeping that length through the spine, keeping your neck in line with the body. And then lowering down, feeling the rib cage, and then relax. So we inhale up to the rib cage, and now we're exhaling. We're going to push up a little bit further to get more of a stretch into the lower back. So just do this at your pace. You might feel you're not ready yet if it feels a bit too stiff. You can do 10 to 15 of these. It's also a good workout for your upper arms. You're aiming to have a nice smooth curve through your spine. So you're pulling your belly button in, so you're drawing the tummy in, and you're lengthening the tailbone down. So this is going to help release your hips as well, rather than sinking in the lower back. So really try and think of pulling your tummy in to support your back. And let's do 2 more. Inhale to the rib cage, and then exhale, pushing up, keeping the tummy pulled in, shoulders down, bending the elbows, and lowering down. Inhale, and exhale. Again, everyone who sits should do this stretch to keep your back healthy. Bending and then lowering down. Come up onto your hands and knees, sitting back into a child's pose. Feeling the stretch through the entire back. And you can bring the arms over onto one side, feeling the stretch down the right side if going to the left, and bring your arms over to the other side, feeling the stretch to the left. Bring your arms back into the centre and tuck your toes underneath and come up into a downward dog. So arms out in front of you, heels down, so you're trying to keep a straight back, and just walk in place to stretch out your heels, your calves. This is a lovely one. Any runners or cyclists or anyone who wears high heels that gets very tight to their calf muscles. Just doing 10 to 20 on each side, and that will much improve. Okay, we're going to walk your feet towards your hands. So you're folding the body in half, and just hold it here for a moment. Let the arms go heavy, soften the knees, and again you can just stretch your knee one by one, feeling the strong stretch to your hamstrings. So don't hold it too long each side, because it's quite a strong stretch. And soften the knees. Inhale and exhale, roll up
bone, drawing down towards the heels, drawing the tummy into the spine, and restack into standing. And roll the shoulders. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. And that should feel a lot more comfortable. I hope that helps. Thank you.